I've been wanting to live the full-time RV life for years, and it seems to be a pretty common dream. For our first trip, we drove to my hometown of Utica, New York, picked up my son and brother, and headed to Maine to watch the Twin City Riot play their first game of the 2015 season.
How we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm always good.
Good.
It's hard not to be good every day.
Gary is originally from the South and has been work camping at Cayuga Lake since April of this year.
I mean, we got here and it was still a foot of snow and snowed on us 4 or 5 times. It was like I was like a little deranged Christmas elf looking for Santa, man. It was great.
We asked Gary for advice on work camping.
The best thing about work camper is make connections with the other work campers. Those are the people that will tell you, I've worked there, don't work there. It's the people, the connections that really help you find other work. They're not all 100% friendly, but 99.5. You know, it's just, that's what we've really enjoyed about work camp. It's not really work. What we have found is the people make the difference because you don't know who you're talking to. Every genre of life is out here and they're doing something different because they're tired of doing what they did.
Yeah. We thanked Gary for his time, said goodbye, and headed off to Maine.
The trip started normal enough, ridiculous traffic, toll booths, construction, but we made decent time and decided to stop in Kennebunk, Maine for a quick break and a bite to eat.
But Murphy had other plans for us as we returned to find not one, but 2 flat tires on the Dreamliner.
Since all the tire stores were closed, there was nothing left to do but settle in and chase our chicken for the night.
Very elusive.
We tried our best to make lemonade, but things never seemed to quite work out.
We met with David, forgot to hit record.
And we also met with Harry, but he didn't really want to share much.
Then we found ourselves in good conversation with Gene regarding his expectations for other people.
Me, personally, I just kind of take you as you are. You know, you go into a role and you're supposed to be able to perform that role. You either can or you can't.
Can you share a time when maybe that...
Oh my God.
This man's name is Mr. Mahoney, and he is 92 years old. While we were talking with Gene, Mr. Mahoney tripped on the curb and crashed headfirst into the pavement, hard enough to knock out his teeth. He was motionless when we got there.
I mean, I thought he had died. My grandparents raised me and I've worked with the elderly for years. I know what a fall like that can do. But as it turns out, this man is an EMT. He didn't want to stay and chat or even give his name. He just wanted to help. Meanwhile, the Dreamliner was finally being hooked up to the tow truck so we could get back on the road. On the way out, though, Murphy hit us with a little extra prank.
We finally made it up to Maine to watch the Twin City Riot's home opener at the University of Maine in Orono.
This team has had no delusions of winning this game. As a newer team, their goals are to stay positive and keep fighting.
We were lucky enough to catch up with one of the captains of the team, Billy Scott Brown.
Billy's a unique man, half warrior, half poet. We asked about his experience in the game.
I got to play against a very large and skilled opponent. I had to dig very deep. I tried beating him on a skill I could not, so I had to use adrenaline and pile into him as hard as I could, over and over and over again. And sometimes I got through. Most of the time I did. Back in school, math team, often I didn't score as well as I wanted to. And I had to deal with that because that was like kind of part of my identity then, was intelligence in that field. When you make something basis of your identity and it's proven wrong to you, it shakes up how you feel about yourself, because that being part of identity then becomes part of your self-esteem. So when that's challenged, your self-esteem is challenged. When I was a little child, I was brought up on the edge of a gravel pit And my mom, if people were mean to me, she sent them away, never to come back again. So I thought all people were nice. I went to school. I was like, I think so-and-so is cute. And the next thing I know, the person I told yells to the entire bus that I thought so-and-so was cute, which is naturally embarrassing for a young boy. And I realized that older people didn't fit that ideal at all.
As expected, the Riot lost on the scoreboard. Most of the team struggled to match the skill and speed of their opponents.
But the Riot did get their shots in. They fought as a family and made it into the end zone, even if I was filming epic crowd shots at the time.
Flat tire number 3 struck right around Albany during a tornado-producing downpour as the seal broke on the Dreamliner's side.
But we did eventually make it home. Aiden's back to splashing around in the pool.
Good Jeremy is picking beans to feed a Subaru addiction.
Blair and I are still filming all the wrong things for our next episode.
And Pogo? Well, that's another story.